Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole Award chant will be rocking this place. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Seminoles will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Trying to find his man on first down. He's going to take a shot right away. Brings it down on the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. There have been a lot of great quarterbacks to wear the crimson and cream, and he is fitting right in.
That boy good. I mean, what can't he do? Just spinning the ball down the field, making big plays. The space in the offense, the speed in the offense. Always big-time explosive plays with the Sooners.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Dropping back, it's Arnold. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season.
Looking for the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Sooners.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Offense set on first down. They go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one, so there's a lot of eyeball.
Afterburners coming. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. There's always that issue of conference pride and keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time? SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. it definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing in his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Trying to get behind the defense. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. How about this dude going off script for the Noles, not necessarily known for his running ability?
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take him over the top.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Listen, we all want to get to the quarterback and get sacks, but when you realize the quarterback's going to throw the football right away, you just try to get your hands in the air, get a deflection, make him throw around you. Great job by the defensive end.
Unloads to the right. Got his man all by himself. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, no! And the extra point splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Looking downfield, it's Arnold. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Getting some heat. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Finds his man. It's Thomas. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup and get him the football for the first down.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time it's complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He's going to bring it out from deep. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Now on second down. Dropping back, it's Arnold. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. Out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
Intercepted by Oklahoma. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Coming after him. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing. They're going to get him for grounding. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. To the air, it's Arnold. They're bringing heat. Floating away. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bias against kicking the ball to the other team. Whatever the reason, they'll go for it on 4th and a country mile. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. Right on the money. On the move at the 30. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. The kicker will try to punch one through from 40. They put on the heat and they blocked it. And they scoop it up. Speeding down the left side. The 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown Sooners. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead.
That makes the score. Oklahoma 21.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 12. Set to kick it off.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best.
He's going for a big play downfield. And it's caught inside the 30. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Got his man in the middle. Takes it all the way down to the floor after making the grab, and they're set up. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. To the air, it's Arnold. Buys a little time with his feet. All kinds of time before he fires right. Got a lot of running room. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And as a defense, that's what happens if you don't get pressure on the quarterback. It doesn't matter how good your secondary is. If the quarterback has all day to throw, somebody's eventually going to get open, and they're going to hit those big plays. So defensively now moving forward, you have got to do a better job getting home to the QB.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Bringing it back. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive sphere flaming. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up third down.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
With the score, Oklahoma 28, Florida State 10.
The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll return it. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
After the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
He took a hit as he flew it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
Offense will take over.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. He'll start this drive firing. Stands in and takes the hit. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the third interception he's thrown.
Leaves it with the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They're trying to get to it. Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Looking for more room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown Sooner! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. North Carolina went on the road and just dominated, and that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Tar Heels ever do that? 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to scramble. He'll get rid of it. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you're just too open.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Off play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Across the 25, he's got room. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball, he knew it, and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the pummeling has started. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Cornerback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Seminoles decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Going downfield for the big play. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
He's taking the shot. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown Sooners. And the route is on. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they could not have finished with more style. An 86-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play.
He lets it fly. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play. 2nd down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Gets it out fast.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Going for it all. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. To the ground with the back. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter.